This next segment is a first for me. Whenever I come to a new town, I like to talk real estate with one of the top real estate teams in the area. But when I called Emily Ellis of Maine-Team-Realty, she asked that we have our little chat right here on the court. And I say, bring it on. We're joined by Emily Ellis. Emily, how you doing?
I'll pass it to you this time.
Thank you. All right, so before we get started, you have a long history of basketball here in the area.
I loved playing basketball at Mount View High School.
Yeah.
And we actually went to the States my senior year. And then I was fortunate enough to have a scholarship to play basketball at Maine in the Yeah.
Yeah, but your number's retired, I understand?
It was the first number ever retired at the university.
Love it. And then you traveled overseas, played a bit?
I got to play a couple of years professionally in Finland and in Austria, and then it seemed like it was time to come home.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to play a little game here, so let's see how you can do against local discovery.
Ready? I'm ready.
Let's go! Oh.
Okay, all right. Oh, what now?
Oh, God. Oh, nice! So, Emily, what got you into the real estate game?
Well, a friend of mine told me that he had taken the class and it was the perfect job for me. So when I had the opportunity to take the class, I did. Right. And I never looked back. I thought it was great.
Right. Now, you have a very competitive attitude in life, but in this real estate game, too, I understand.
It's really gives you the opportunity to use your competitiveness.
Yeah.
And it's funny because people think all athletes are competitive, and I don't think that's necessarily true. And some people that were or were not athletes are also really competitive. And I have two of those people full-time on my board, yeah.
Now you guys have you started relatively recently at the bottom, obviously, but you guys have risen. You're right up there at the top now.
Well, I've been doing real estate for 12 years for another company. And when the economic times went down, I thought, well, shoot, we got time enough now to set up our own.
Right.
It's been great. You start dead last because you just opened.
Right.
But we've moved up the food chain rather quickly and are the top team actually in Penobscot County.
Right. I mean,
now.
you were saying you checked it this morning, and where do you stand as of today?
We're number one. We're the number one team.
Woohoo! Number one. Now, I checked the phone book. There's over 60 real estate agencies in the area. Now, so what makes you the best out there?
I just think we're really competitive. We want to, it's kind of a game to us. Yeah. How quickly can you call somebody back? And if we get a lead, you know, we try not to lose that lead. We are gonna, if it's called on one of our listings and that listing doesn't fit them, that doesn't mean we can't find them a house. And we set them up on prospecting, so we have them in a search, so the second something comes on the market that's available, that is something they like, right. Boom, they'll get it shot right to them in auto email. Well,
for new homes, you're about the game in town, so maybe we can check and see some of the stuff you're doing out there.
Love to show you.
Let's do it. So Emily, I understand that back in January here in this area, there were no houses.
There was nothing here, and it's all been built out in the last few months.
Right, and I heard you were telling me about the number of houses that you have sold for new houses compared to what other people are doing, and you're off the chart.
Well, we've got one of the best builders in the area, and one of the reasons he's the best is because he's been doing it for 35 years, and it's affordable new construction. Right. So it's a base house at a base price, and then you can go in and do the landscaping, and you can get your favorite appliances and things like that.
All right, well, aside from a really good first step to the hoop, what can people expect if they decide to use you as their realtor?
Well, I think one of the things they're going to expect is that I'm going to call them back, and I've got a crew of people. So if I can't get you into that house at that time, I'll call Ryan or Renee, and they'll just pop you in there. If I'm busy listing, I can't show it, then, you know, we've got the team effort that can get everybody where they need to go.
Right. And if people want to find you or just see more about your team,
well, we're pretty high profile anyway, because we're right on the corner of Boyd Street and State, and right near Frank's Bakery and Miller Drug. So it's in the old neighborhood.
All right. Well, thanks so much for spending some time. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks.
All right. So she may crush you on the basketball court, but she will work just as hard for you out in the field. So check her out on her website. What was your website again?
www.Maine-Team-Realty.com.
She's just playing with me right now. All right, I know you have some closings to do. Get to them.
Thanks.
See you later.